Hi there everybody, this is Graham, known as the Collector75. Welcome to another Transformers review. Now I think this is probably my first Transformers Armada review. This being Transformers Armada AIRRAZOR and little NightScream here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done any Armada toys. I think I may have done an Armada toy, but when it transferred over to another line, like a Generations figure. Like I think I may have done the Megatron, but as another figure, maybe the Mega Zarak or something like that. But this is the actual proper line from Armada that I think I've ever done. Anyway, that's beside the point anyway. So this is AIRRAZOR. Now, this is a funny one as well, because this actually comes from Beast Wars and was originally Transmetal AIRRAZOR. Now, I've never, before I just transformed this, I remember I bought this when it came out, when I saw it in probably the Entertainer in Staines, and I got it for probably a tenner maybe and under, because that's what deluxes were going for back then, rather than the £24 that they're going for now. Anyway, so I picked this up, and I think I wanted to get these, but I wasn't making a beeline to get them, like trying to get them online or anything like that. And I saw it and I thought, you know what, I'll get it to complete the line, because I was trying to get everything back then. And I really like the colour scheme. I love the dark sort of blue, because I can't remember the colour scheme of the original, but I love this really dark looking colour. It's very Decepticon-like. And remember that, because we're going to come back to that in a minute. Now the instructions say this guy, well, this lady is an Autobot. And now she doesn't have any Autobot insignias on her that I can tell. But again, we'll come back to that in a moment. So it being AIRRAZOR, she does transform into a hawk, is it? I can't remember. And you can extend the wings if you want. She's got some nice feet, and she does stand up quite well. And got the beak here, you can tilt the beak down slightly, which is kind of cool. And if you want my opinion, I think she looks pretty good. She probably would have looked good in Transmetal with all some Transmetal parts, but obviously by this time of 20 years later, it probably have all flaked off by now. So anyway, so it's got some good range of movement even. Now then, this is where the fun stops for me. But we'll come back to AIRRAZOR. Let's have a look at little NightScream here. He is one of the little minicons, and he does have his little minicon port just there, and you can stick him on to one of the newly moulded ports on AIRRAZOR there, because obviously she didn't have these when she was part of Beast Wars. But you can stick him on there. Why you'd want to do that, I have no idea. I know it's supposed to, you know, like in the storyline, it's supposed to boost their energy levels and everything like that. But to be honest, it looks really silly. There we go. Anyway, right, so that's that. And he transforms into a nice little sports car. These really do remind me of, what is it, the little micro machines that you used to get back in the early 90s. They're probably a little bit bigger, but the wheels are very reminiscent. And he does roll pretty well, which is quite cool. I think this guy was a repaint of one out of probably, I don't know, some sort of like race car team or something. And he does have a really little neat transformation. Cannot remember it now. I've transformed this a while ago and I've forgotten how to do it now. They can't be that hard. We're going to rotate all this around, bring his little head up like that. Do you pull out the legs? It looks like you probably do. Oh yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, you're getting no articulation in those legs other than at the hips, but you do get some good articulation in the shoulder joint and the elbow joint, and that's pretty cool. And he does have quite a cool little head sculpt. Don't know if it's going to zoom in too well. There you go. This is not too bad, is it? And I like him. Obviously, NightScream, I'm taking, was this some sort of like homage to Beast Machines? I think, you know. Anyway, right, we're going to put him to the background, because we'll never see him again, really. I mean, it's quite a cool little figure, and it's quite cool that he came with this. Right, so being AIRRAZOR and being a Transmetal, you can give her the transportation mode, but if I'm honest, you probably shouldn't. You're going to fold these feet all the way back, like so. I can't remember if they don't really want to tab in, but the instructions sort of say to bung them over there. Then you disconnect this bit on the front, and then you bring it down. And do the same on this side. I have to be careful because I slammed my finger into the van door the other day. So it really does hurt. So anyway, then you have to come into here and try and get this little fiddly bit out. Right, so we're going to do that first on this one as well. It does have a little port. If you pull it out, if you can get it out, there we go. Right, and once you get them out, there's a little port just here, and then that will tab into there, providing you get it at the right angle and everything. And now she becomes a, I can't remember what those planes are called, you know, where they land on the sea and everything. And I suppose you can angle the wings out a bit more if you wanted to. The feet act as little things so it doesn't fall over. I really do not see the point of it. It's okay. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's not really doing it for me, this one. I like the jet turbines on her shoulders there. They look pretty cool. Yeah, I just, yeah. I mean, back when the Transmog was first out, I mean, they were trying to introduce new concepts, and I like the concept. I just think some were executed better than others. This one, I don't get it, because she was, I've said it before, like, she was already a air warrior, but they given her an alt mode of an air thing as well. Better to like have given her some sort of ground mode or something, I don't know, just to break up the play value or something like that. Right, so let's transform her into robot mode, and this is where I think she fails. She reminds me a lot of, just going to put these bits away now, so they fold up like that, don't they? And then they tuck back in there, like so. There's two little ports that go in there, if you can get them in. One goes in there, the other goes in there. Yeah, this is where she reminds me of Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia, because she is so top heavy and everything, and it becomes really, really irritating just trying to get the stand up. Right, so you get these open like that, and then you're gonna lift that up, bring the feet just round this thing, and then now the instructions are really poor. It's not telling you some steps, it's missing out steps here and there. You're supposed to rotate this down, like in the instructions it's already got this rotated down. I thought that maybe that's how it was, but it's not. And then it doesn't tell you to pull the shoulder bits out. So I weren't exactly sure what I was doing on the instructions. There's some weird instructions for this lady. I mean, it might have been copying the Beast Wars instructions, because obviously the Beast Wars instructions were printed on the back of the box. You didn't even get an instruction sheet. But I have no real idea if that's the case. Anyway, right, so then we bring this up. Oh yeah, before we do that, let's get rid of that bloody irritating thing. You've got to try and get this bloody head out of here. Get out of it. Right, so you have to bring that forward, and then you just got to literally try and push that head past all these bits, and it's probably going to pop off the bloody ball joint. Just trying to get it out. There we go. Right, so you get the head round. So annoying that. I can see loads of children having fun with that back in the day. Old AIRRAZOR. Right, I'm just going to bring her arms around. Once I've done that, it sort of should ease things up a little. Right, so you get everything pushed in. There's a couple of little posts that she tucks into, right, and then you get this little bottom half of her abdomen, and you just stick that in there, and hopefully that should stay in there. Now she's got some little feet, looking like some high-heeled boots. Now you're left with all this stuff hanging around. Now, what do we do with this? Ow, that hurt. We are going to rotate it all the way around. Like so. Providing you get everything out of the way, that should just tuck down. Oh yes, now I was coming to this point. Now when I was transforming this, the first time I've ever transformed this, she does have a nice moulded in Decepticon insignia. Now, like I say, the instructions clearly state that she's an Autobot, but the colours really do look Decepticon. So I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure. Maybe someone out there knows. I don't know. I know in the comics, well, maybe not the comics so much, but in the BotCon sort of fandom, weren't these guys used as like the heralds of Unicron or something like that? Unfortunately, the hands, you can't get rid of these feet. They just look like that, which is kind of cool in a way, but in a way it's a bit crap. You can rotate these around to the back, but they don't really stay there too well. You can bring them up like that, but she's so incredibly back heavy like that, you've got no chance of standing her up. Not that you've got much chance anyway. So I bring them down and just sort of try and get everything straight, and then you can use these wings. Why has that one gone down further? Is it because it's angled back slightly? You could probably use the wings to help balance her, maybe. There you go, look. And you're left with this. It's pretty dire, unfortunately. Why is that one down lower? That's weird, isn't it? Is that all the way down? Yeah. That's weird. I'll figure it out in a minute. Oh, that's right. Oh, they move. There we go. Didn't know that. Hang on, I've moved that one out. Oh, yeah, there we go. That one's definitely moves. There you go, look. See, the instructions don't tell you this. Or maybe they do, but they're so bloody inconsistent. Now, why can't I move that one now? Oh, it's bloody irritating, isn't it? Oh, I don't bloody know. It sort of like wants to move around. It looks like it's on a weird joint and everything. You can move it down, move it around. That's an irritating joint. But she got a nice head sculpt. A nice paint job. I think I really like that. I really like the colours and I like the aesthetic. I just don't like all these wing kibble that they sort of don't know what to do with. And then you can give it a bit like Beast Machine's Megatron, and you can sort of give her a weird cape if you can angle these around and everything. Don't really work too well, does it? I don't think I've got the wings in the best place. But that is Armada AIRRAZOR. She's okay, but if you're willing to fiddle with it, maybe you can get a better slant out of these engines. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what I'm doing wrong there, but they are in some weird sliding joints in there. Anyway, right. Yes, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Feel free to rate, comment, though. Yeah, I don't know what you'd comment on this one. Yeah, feel free to rate, comment, share, and subscribe. And I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.